I called the demon and they never came. Hey guys, welcome back to the SNS channel. I want to answer a question today that I get asked a lot. A lot of people in the comment section have said, well, hey, I tried to work with this demon, they didn't show up. I tried to connect with them, I did the ritual, I listened to the end, I did all these things, and I just can't connect with them. How do I actually begin connecting with them? Well, first of all, just because you do a ritual doesn't mean they're going to show up. They're a god. They literally are a god. There are different elements, there are different procedures, there's different inspirations that you're going to have to connect with them. Just because they show up to one person doesn't mean they're going to show up to everybody. It's all personal. This path is a personal path and it's incredibly individualistic and it is incredibly personal. That's the thing. So let's cover. I tried to do the ritual, I tried to call them, and they didn't show up first. Okay, so with rituals, what ritual did you use? What place are you coming from? How educated are you on this demon? Have you connected energetically to them and kind of started building that bridge? Maybe they showed up and you just can't hear them. That happens sometimes. Some people are completely psychically blind, deaf, and incapable of connecting with them. It doesn't mean they didn't show up, it just means that the bridge wasn't made. This is why there is ritual preparation beforehand, which we recommend to kind of help align you with the demon's energy and also help you to begin to connect to them and integrate with their energies. This is why we have the enchanting videos. The enchanting videos, and yes, some people do make connections during the enchanting videos, but what the enchanting videos are designed to do is they are designed to begin to build a bridge between you and the demon. They are there to help you vibrate and connect to that demon so that your energy is compatible with the demon's energy and you can actually create a communication bridge between you and the demon. This is something that is so important and is something that often gets overlooked. The same thing goes with sigil gazing. What you're basically doing with sigil gazing is you are gazing at the sigil, which is an energetic representation of the demon. And by gazing at the sigil, your eyes are actually absorbing the energies, which is moving into your third eye and being translated by your mind as a spiritual energetic signature. This is helping you to energetically build a bridge between you and the Dark Lord demon that you want to connect with so that you can have a communication foundation. Listening to the end video, there are exercises where you can chant the ends for many times. Like the videos we have hour-long videos, and we also have the 108 repetition. 108 is very important because of all the energy points within the body, and 108 repetitions of the end actually stimulates and connects with all of those 108 energy points. So that's very important, but it doesn't mean that you should stop at 108. The more you actually chant the end, the more your body begins to vibrate with that of the demon's energy, and the more in tune you are to them. This makes for a stronger connection, and it makes it easier for you to not only communicate with them, but also to kind of understand what they're saying. You want to be able to translate the messages that they have for you. That's one thing when you start working with demons. Sometimes they're going to tell you messages and you don't know how to actually translate them. Your mind is being bombarded with so many different energies, so many different frequencies that you don't actually know how to fully connect with them and how to fully integrate these energies. So you might be getting the most profound inspiration in the world, but your mind doesn't know what to do with it and it can't relay it to you. So the more you chant the end videos and the more you gaze at the sigil, the more in alignment with the demon you're becoming. So the more you are beginning to think like them. You're beginning to understand their thoughts. You're beginning to understand their vibrations. You're beginning to understand their frequencies. And what that's going to do is that's going to create a base for you for communicating and connecting with them. It's very powerful stuff and it's very important stuff, and I really recommend that before you start to actually do any of the rituals and start to actually perform, any invocation, any evocation, any summoning, in order to invite them to join you in sacred space, that you actually take the time to prepare beforehand and build that base. You know, you'll also be showing them that you're honoring them. You're honoring them as the God they are and respecting them. You're giving them your time. You're giving them attention. You're not just doing a ritual once and expecting them to show up. Oh, I almost said throw up. Oops. To show up. You are actually putting in the groundwork needed to not just make a connection, but also make the connection work. You're showing the demon that you are actually prepared, that you are actually engaged in connecting and meeting with them. It's very, very important. A very important step that's often overlooked. Everybody just wants to, get in there and, hey, I'm going to do a ritual and call this demon and it's going to be great. Well, this is a god. This is an actual god. How would you treat a god if a god showed up for you? Would you just be like, hey, show up and give me things? Or would you actually show some respect and put in some time and want to connect with them and show them that you actually appreciate the gifts that they're going to give you? Well, mindset is really important in this, and how you approach them is going to determine how successful your encounter with them is. Okay, so preparation. I also recommend, and I've said this in other videos, reading about the demon, reading about them and educating yourself on them before you call them. We do have our Demons and Demonology Encyclopedia, which has a great resource, and if you would like to see me do a post on a particular demon, you can always recommend it. But right now we have quite the list, and that list is growing every day. So that's a great resource. There's tons of books with information on them. There's tons of information out there on the internet that you can do to kind of build a ground foundation to kind of understand this demon that you want to connect to. So you have an idea of what they like, what they don't like, how to connect with them, what their energies are like, how to work with them. These are all very important steps. Next step is, once you've learned about them, built that foundation, what you want to do is meditate. Meditation is so powerful because what you're doing is you're quieting your mind, you're quieting the external world, and you're unlocking the secrets of the inner world, and through that unlocking the secrets of the spiritual world. When you are in the meditative state, you are open to receive knowledge and information. Meditating with that demon's sigil and meditating with the intent to understand that demon and what their likes and dislikes are is incredibly important. It is so important because what happens then is that demon is going to now realize, hey, you've taken the time to research them. You've taken the time to begin to build a foundation with them. And now you're taking the time to connect with them, to ask them specifically what they would like in the ritual space when you perform the ritual. So you are now custom creating a ritual space which is custom tailored to them. This is a ritual space that is going to be for them. It's aligned with their energies and it is aligned with their vibrations. So you're going to get inspirations. You're going to get ideas. You're going to say, hey, this demon likes citrine. This demon likes adventuring. This demon wants a silver sheen obsidian orb. So you're going to have all these ideas, and then you're going to be able to start to assemble this package of offerings that you can present to them in the ritual space. Offerings, I love offerings. There's so many different creative ways to do offerings, but like crystals are great for setting up an altar. Candles, very specific candle colors. If you meditate and you start getting one color or two colors, pay attention to those colors. Those colors are incredibly important. So the demon reached out to you saying, hey, I want these colors. This is what I want in my altar space. Different incense or essential oils. I know some people don't like incense because of the smoke. I'm one of those people. I prefer essential oils and diffusers and burning because I'm actually very sensitive to smoke. So I tend to use diffusers, and if I do have to use an incense, I actually have the window open because I'm seriously that sensitive to smoke. But there's other ways, a scent, doesn't have to be an incense. It can be diffuser. Or you can even just anoint the candle with the essential oil, if they like jasmine or if they like cinnamon, you can put it on the candle, and it creates such a beautiful smell. It just creates such a beautiful atmosphere. Anoint, that was the word I was looking for. You can anoint it on the candle. Sometimes I trip over my words and it's just funny. So once you kind of have this altar, you might even get ideas for how to set the altar up. Like, I want a crystal pyramid here, and I want a crystal pyramid here, and I want an orb in the center, and I want a candle here and here, and I want a candle here and here. Pay attention to these inspirations. Pay attention to what you get from meditating, and trust yourself. That's one of the huge downfalls I find that people have on any spiritual path, is they don't trust themselves. They tend to go into these places. They get information, they're like, it didn't happen, or that's not right, or I don't trust myself. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. How if you can't even trust yourself to get a crystal for the demon, how are you going to trust the message that the demon is telling you? How are you going to trust the information that's being received? You have to learn to trust yourself. And a lot of people are like, well, what if I'm wrong? Well, the thing I always say is, well, what if you're right? I mean, if you are wrong, and you heard wrong, nothing's going to happen. But if you're right and you ignore it, you've completely lost the opportunity to connect with the demon and learn from them and experience that wisdom and knowledge. We are taught, that being wrong is such a bad thing. Oh, I'm wrong on the test at school, I failed the test. Wrong is bad. Wrong is bad. Wrong should be celebrated, because every wrong we get is one step closer to being right. Mammon always teaches me that wrongs actually are the best thing, because they are the greatest teachers. Everything that you get wrong is a lesson. Everything that you mess up is a learning experience, and it is helping you to grow and to move into, a new area. It's helping you to grow and get what you want. You have to be wrong. You have to risk being wrong. That's the only way you actually get as far as you want to in life. It's the only way you actually make progress. When you're so scared to be wrong that you don't even act, you lose so much time and so much opportunity. Don't be afraid to be wrong. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there, and don't be afraid to engage the energies. I have gotten things, and they've turned out to not be accurate at times. But the inaccuracies have often led me to the accuracies. So I've been able to sort through what I've gotten and see, how things actually evolve. I see, okay, I got this information because I couldn't actually translate what was right. So I got kind of this base thing which felt wrong to my clairsentience, so I was able to explore and figure out what was right. It's another thing, if you get a gut feeling that something's not right, write it down anyway and go with the gut feeling. Explore it. Because one of two things is going to happen. You're going to figure out you're wrong and be put on the path to find out what's right, or you're going to figure out you're right, and it's going to be an experience where you actually have a moment where you go, oh my gosh, I'm right. Those are beautiful moments. When you actually psychically have moments where you're like, oh my gosh, I'm right. This is amazing. Those are moments of growth, and those are moments of confidence building where you're actually increasing your psychic confidence, because you're realizing, hey, I'm getting things, and this is growing, and this is amazing. That's how you connect with demons, by having that confidence and by going into the situation ready to receive the knowledge. So you have to be open as well. When you actually get to the ritual, you've already done your groundwork. You already have a good idea of what's going to happen. You have your research done. You have your attunements done. You have your altar building done, and you've meditated enough with the demon that you kind of are already starting to build that communication foundation. So when you actually do the formal ritual and invite them to join you in sacred space, what ends up happening is you already have a groundwork, that you've already connected with them on a series of levels. So the final connection of sitting with them and engaging with them is really easy. It's incredibly easy, and it is something that makes the experience so profound. When you summon demons, it is not just a, hey, I'm going to summon this demon. It's actually a journey. There's a journey towards it where you actually begin to connect with them and align with them and are inspired to work with them. I mean, why are you calling them in the first place? What is it that you want to build with them? What do you want your connection to look like with them? Do you want it to be very business-like? Do you want to learn from them and experience their lessons? Do you want to interact with them and just honor them as the incredible, God that they are? So many different things. You have to know your intent also when going into this. Some people do it because they think it's fun. This is a serious path. It's very serious to connect with demons. It's very serious to actually, it's a serious path to walk with any deity. When you're walking with any god, whether it be a demon or a pagan god or an angel or anything, basically you are committing yourself and your energies to that experience. You are engaging them on a very personal, sacred, and intimate level. And you need to kind of not do it on a whim. You need to actually invest the time into educating yourself and researching what's all going on in this. You should even read other people's experiences with what happens. In a future video, I'm actually going to talk about some of the rituals that I've done and kind of go through the process from start to finish, Mammon specifically, because I'm so connected with Mammon. So when you say, I did the ritual and the demon didn't show up, what else did you do? What did you do to prepare for that ritual? What did you invest into that ritual? What energy was poured into that ritual in the start? These are very important questions to ask. And then also, if you did all that and still can't hear them, what have you done to train your third eye? In order to hear them, in order to see them, in order to feel them, you need to have some psychic essence. You need to have your third eyes open to a degree that you can actually interpret the energies. If they are communicating with you on a specific radio frequency and you can't tune into that radio frequency, they could tell you the most profound thing in the world. They could be right there. They could be telling you all the lessons and the secrets of the universe, and if you can't tune into it, you're not going to get them. It's as simple as that. I find that spirit communication is very much like learning to attune yourself to different frequencies of spiritual energies. And when you actually can attune yourself and train your third eye to interpret those energies, that's when you start to get the incredible results. That's when you start to hear them, see them, sense them, and experience the lessons and the wisdom that they have to share with you. So these things are all super, super important. So if you're not getting the results, you have to start investing in yourself, your psychic abilities, and also in your connection with them. You have to do the groundwork. Some people will chant the ends hundreds of thousands of times before they even do the ritual in order to make sure they have that connection. I know my mentor, he would chant Mammon's N like insane amounts of times. He'd wake up and for hours in the morning he'd just be chanting Mammon's N, and it's because he wanted to do investing. It is because Mammon was guiding him in areas of where to invest, how to take his business to the next level, when to incorporate, when to do this, when to what stocks to invest in, how to do his taxes. These are very real, very important elements of the physical world that he didn't want to mistranslate. So he really dedicated himself to being able to translate the messages that Mammon had to share. So he really put himself in Mammon's energies. And I'm serious, 100,000 plus repetitions of Mammon's N. That's commitment and that's dedication. And that was before he even did a ritual to call Mammon and talk to him. It's because when you are that dedicated, when you want to actually experience the demon and have goals, how to work with them, and you want to connect with them, and you want to honor them and learn from them, you're going to put in the groundwork. You're going to put in an insane amount of groundwork. And yeah, the success stories that I heard from him were just phenomenal. They were just absolutely phenomenal. Mammon can teach you. He can teach you investing. He can teach you business. He can teach you how to manage your taxes. He can teach you when to incorporate. He is the demon of money. He's a demon of money, commerce, finance, business. He understands all these things. He understands the world of capital, and he understands how your mindset has to be and how you have to be in order to walk in this area. I actually say to people who just want to make some extra coin, don't go to Mammon. Mammon's about building empires, okay? He's about breaking you down and basically making you into business venture capitalist extraordinaire. That's what Mammon does. Boone, she's another one who can help with money. Planek, he can help with money. There are other demons. Belial can help with money. Belphegor can help with money. There's many others that can help. Mammon, though, he's about empires. But if you want that, that's awesome. You should do it. And you should invest everything you have into that relationship and into connecting with him. So before you say, hey, I did the ritual and the demon didn't show up, see that there's so much more to the ritual process than just the ritual. The ritual is one step. You really want to know about the demon. You want to have the preliminary foundation built. So you want to be able to chant their end, you want to gaze at their sigil, and you want to build that communication foundation and begin to attune yourself to them. And you want to meditate with them, so you're already opening up the channel and you're showing them, hey, I want to give you things. I want to create an altar that honors you. And then when you connect with them, you've already done this. And if they still, do more enchanting. 100,000 plus reps. That's commitment. That's dedication. That's why he built an empire. That's why these things happened, because he put in the work. So the demon, and also, if they're still not there, focus on your psychic abilities. Grow your psychic abilities, grow your psychic skills, because it might just be that you can't hear them, that they're right there in front of you and you can't hear them, you can't translate them. Mammon, when I started working with him, had me read so many books. I like libraries of books on business, marketing, mindset. And that was because he was shifting my mind in order to be able to understand what he was going to teach me. I had to actually be in a very specific place in order to receive his messages. I couldn't go in, not knowing anything about real estate investing and then having him go, hey, here's a property right here. I wouldn't know what to do with it. I would have absolutely no base or foundation. So I had to build that foundation, and then Mama can be like, here's a deal for you, or here's a deal for you, or here, meet with this person, or do this, follow this, go talk to this person. You want to do this. I mean, I got a international property with 0% financing, 0% in-house financing. That's ridiculous. Okay, you can't even get like local real estate for 0% on your mortgage. I got international. Mammon, all Mammon. Mammon set that up. Mammon aligned me with the right people. Mammon made it happen. And I own international property, which is all paid off now, which I got at 0%. They can do the most amazing and incredible things. And if you put in the time and effort in the beginning, you're going to be able to connect with them, and you are going to be able to receive these messages and inspirations and take action. You're going to be able to get what you want. So no, if you did the ritual and the demon isn't there, go back to square one and start building that foundation. Build that foundation and build your own foundation. You want your psychic senses and your abilities to be on par with the work you want to do. Invest in yourself and invest in the connection with the demon. I'm going to end this video there, but thank you so much everybody for watching this. If you like our channel and want to see more of our amazing content, please like and subscribe and hit the little bell button so you get notified when we have a new video coming down the pipeline. And if you have any questions, comments, or anything that you'd like to see in the future, please drop me a comment below. I do read them. And yeah, thanks so much, you guys. Your support. My phone said it was low battery, so I guess I gotta go charge it. Your support and appreciation is so, so, so appreciated. We love you guys. Thank you so much. Till next time. Bye.